welcome to another day of Bookmas. It is literally so foggy and rainy and cold outside, so I thought it would be the perfect day to just stay cozy. I am going to go to my grandma's later, but I just wanted to have a cozy day of reading, and so until then I'm just gonna stay here for a little bit, relax, binge some books, and drink some tea. I actually am just finishing up my peppermint mocha, and it literally says stay warm on it. But before we dive into what I'm going to be reading for the next few hours, I do want to share with you a book that I ended up binging last night, and I'm so glad I finally got to it. Originally checked this book out when I first moved to Utah. The library there was actually like closed down for remodeling, so they just had a couple like pop-up carts at this random location while they were building the library, and of course they built it right after I moved away, which I'm so sad about. But regardless, I found this book on the cart and had just released, and I was ready to absolutely binge it, but of course like I was in the middle of moving and starting school and everything, so that never happened. But I've had my mind on this book ever since, and I'm so glad I finally got it. I will definitely be picking up my own copy of this book, and that is The Overnight Guest. This was incredible. The atmosphere, because it was set in a snowstorm, and this is about a true crime writer named Wiley Lark, and she ends up getting a random stranger in a snowstorm. There's two different timelines, and you have no idea how they're going to ultimately connect, but you're kind of just trying to piece things together as you're reading. And I honestly enjoyed all the timelines equally. I don't want to share any more than that, especially because this is a thriller and I don't want to give anything away, but this was incredible. Like I said, I definitely would reread this during the winter months and definitely purchase my own copy. I'm so glad that I finally got to it. I've heard incredible things about this as well, and I really like that I kind of just picked up something that I found randomly, just like on a random library cart, and then I heard so many incredible things about it, and then I finally got to it. So that makes me really happy. But I do need to pick out what I'm going to read next, and I think I'm going to go a little bit with a different type of wintry vibe, and that's going to be Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I'm really excited to get to this one. I've also heard incredible things about this. I've read Love Light Farms by this author and enjoyed it so much, and I'm already a couple pages in. It started off really strong, and that's kind of just my plan today, is just have a cozy day reading, drinking loads of tea, and honestly working on some of my crafts. I have a blanket specifically that I'm working on. I'll grab it in a sec and I'll show you. And then, like I said, drinking loads of tea, specifically the candy cane green tea from Trader Joe's. This stuff is pure magic. My mom actually buys me several boxes a year because she knows I will drink endless amounts of this year round, but there's definitely something special about drinking this in the winter months or around the holiday season. It's everything. Oh my god, it smells absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to brew a cup of this. And I don't know if I said this already, but I am going to my grandma's a little bit later, but I just want to like be cozy here for a few minutes and maybe work a little bit on my blanket. So this is the very beginning of my blanket, and I absolutely love this green. It's so gorgeous. I have a couple other greens that I'm going to add to it as well. So I'm just really excited to work on this. This is a basket weave stitch, and I did about 91 stitches. I feel like that's a good size blanket for like sitting on your chair or whatever, like a little lap blanket, but not like a super small lap blanket, like a good sized one. And I'm really excited about it, and I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to make some progress on this and just enjoy a little bit of time in and make some tea, listen to Good Spirits, and work on my blanket, like I said. And I'm so excited. This was very much needed, and honestly I think I've never had a better idea. swear the tea is even more pepperminty just because I made it in this cup and tastes even better. I'm obsessed, honestly. I'm gonna have to make my peppermint tea in this cup almost every time because this is absolutely perfection and I feel so cozy. And I think that's the thing that I'm loving about Good Spirits is she's constantly talking about her peppermint tea and being cozy and her pajamas and everything, and it just feels cozy reading it while drinking this tea, and especially working on my blanket. This is actually everything and I'm having honestly the best time. Also, this is really funny. Like, I'm already laughing so much. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but my youngest actually got a hamster named Barry, and we just took him out to hang out on the shelf. The only thing is I kept having to just make sure he wasn't like touching the cords. And don't worry, I washed out the cups first and I'm going to definitely sanitize them after because he was climbing all over them. But I thought it was so cute how obsessed he was with just like hanging out on the shelves and playing. He seemed so happy too to just see something new. So I thought it'd be a really cute idea. And oh, I love him. He is like the sweetest hamster ever. He's genuinely just so funny too. Like, he has such a big personality and I absolutely love it. I am getting so frustrated because I'm having such a hard time talking right now. I couldn't even talk to my husband earlier. It's just my ADHD is really bad right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of frustrating me right now because I'm just trying to talk to you guys, and there goes the book. Anyways, an update you, and my brain is just not working with me right now. So bear with me. Hopefully I can update you. See, I don't even know. My brain just is like blanking and talking over itself. Like, my brain is moving so fast that like my voice can't keep up, and then I stumble and then I just like stare off into space. I don't know. I'm just really struggling right now, so hopefully we can get through this together. But the other night I did end up having to go to my grandma. She wasn't feeling well, so I do like to try to take care of her as much as I can while I'm living close to her. So I did end up going over, bringing her dinner and making sure she was okay. She does have some heart issues and stuff, so I'm always just a little bit like, whenever she says she doesn't feel well. So I just kind of dropped everything and did that. But I still did end up finishing Good Spirits, and I really enjoyed this. I think I'm going to give this like a 4.25 to a 4.5. I'm not really sure exactly where it lands. I think because my grandma wasn't feeling well and I was really worried about her, I was a little bit out of it. So I think that's where like the 4.25. But I think that if I had been fully focused, it probably would have been a 4.5. I loved all of the cozy elements. Like, I feel like her talking about the peppermints in her Christmas pajamas and just some of the atmosphere that was created and all the small little details that she provided throughout the story. Plus, I really did enjoy the characters overall, and I feel like it was just generally a really great story. And Nolan was essentially the ghost of Christmas past, and then he came to her little antique shop to take her into her past, but she's like a relatively good person, and mostly he goes and visits people who aren't very good. So he's like, what's going on and why am I visiting such like a kind person? Like, I'm really not seeing what the message is here. And so you're really discovering like, why is he visiting her as opposed to his normal people that he helps and visits. And then you get to learn so much about him through the story. And I really enjoyed learning about Nolan. I really enjoyed learning about her as well. And I don't know, it's just so cute and cozy. And at the end too, I was like, oh my god, this better not end badly. And I did enjoy some of the resolution that Harriet was able to get with some of her own personal things. Overall, this was just a really good story. I could totally see myself rereading this in the future, maybe even bumping up the rating to a 5-star, who knows. But this is just such a cozy, comforting read, and I just found myself smiling so much. And like I said, I just really enjoyed all the little details that were added into it that really amplified the atmosphere of the story. I just had so much fun with this. And I also really liked that when they were going into the past, that they were there too, like watching their past selves, and it wasn't like dragged out. It was very quick scenes, but they really did like add to everything that was going on, but it wasn't like dragged out or anything. And it was really interesting because you got to watch them watch their old selves and comment on it as they're watching their old selves. So that was really cool as well. So that's Good Spirits. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in another day of Bookmas. Bye.